Hello and welcome back, everybody. Sorry that took so long. I have tried everything that I could think of to get chat to work. It works on Twitch and Kick. If you write anything in there, it pops up on screen. But for YouTube, I don't know why, but it doesn't work. I'm sorry about that. So I'll put your stream on another screen so I can actually see what you guys are writing in chat. Because obviously I need that to see what you write. Now, with all that technical stuff out of the way, welcome back. We have just crossed into 1942. Our boys got to spend their Christmas and New Year's with their families, and now we are back. And now, shortly before Christmas, the US entered the war effort. And that means, obviously, that we are going to start Operation Drumbeat. Now, I would have preferred to have a Type 9 submarine for that, but unfortunately it is not yet out, so I'll have to use the Type 7 that I'm used to. Now, no face cam today because, as I mentioned yesterday, I will have to move soon, so today I started packing boxes, so everything behind me is like messy and all that, and there's moving boxes everywhere, and I want to spare that. And also it's pretty warm, so I've decided to not wear a shirt today, and I don't need you guys to see that. What else is there to say? I don't think there's anything else, so let's just get going. We have reset our crew, I think. Yes, there's 2, 4, 6, 7 men per watch crew, and then each of my officers has a team as well. The officers of the watch have 2 because we need their eyes in the sky. And the engineers have 1 because we need all of the engine states, and we also need to save a little bit of fuel. The radio men have to contend without any sailors. So we've already accepted a mission for Drumbeat, and that is on the south end of Canada, really. What's that? Halifax? Yeah, Halifax and Sydney, and there's Royal Canadian Air Force Base of Yarmouth. So we're gonna sail over there, wreak some havoc on the shore, and we have a milk cow ready for resupply in the Bahamas, right here, and we have a second milk cow in the Azores. So there's really nothing that can go wrong. Where is it? There. Oh no, it's Cape Verde, isn't it? There's a milk cow, definitely. So I could pretty much, actually, I could go full speed and just resupply on the way there, and then resupply when I'm over here. But we're gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna stay fuel efficient and save as much of it as we can. Although maybe not on the way there, because there's a certain sense of urgency. We want to get there before the Americans wise up to our presence. Yeah, let's get out of here quickly. Currently building the U-boat pens in Brest and the protected locks in La Rochelle. So we're gonna be safe from air raids very soon. Hopefully. There's still crew arriving, or is that... No, that's just the guys training. Okay. Well, in that case, both engines ahead dead slow.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
And let's get out of here. And rudder midships.
Ruder midschiffs.
Let's get some light,
Scheinwerfer einschalten.
because I cannot see where I'm going. That's not good. Alright, starboard 10.
Ruder 10 Grad. Steuerbord.
Should be somewhere around there, the lock. And the
Ruder
midships.
mittschiffs.
Yeah, there it is. God, patrolling the North Atlantic must have been horrible in the winter. And it looks like today we don't get an air raid, so that's good.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
That is very good indeed. That was quite a shock yesterday. And we can turn off this. No, let's leave the searchlight on until we're clear of the breakwater. Just to be safe. And there we go, locks open. Both engines are dead ahead slow. Ahead, dead slow. Yeah, that way around. And both engines ahead slow.
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
And give us a gentle starboard 10.
Ruder 10 Grad. Steuerbord.
And rudder midships. Visibility is really bad today. Jesus. At least there will be no planes, so that's good. And port 10.
10 Grad. Backbord.
And then we'll turn off the light.
Scheinwerfer ausschalten.
There we go. And rudder midships.
Ruder midschiffs.
And from here on, we're gonna plot a course outside of the harbor. I'm gonna enter our AO right over here.
Kurs setzen.
Now that's a total distance of 3,300 miles. Divided by our speed of 8 knots means we'll be on the way for 412 hours, and that divided by 24 hours to turn into day means we'll be on the way there for 17 days. That's a long trip. So let's see if the calculator wants to work. Yes, there it is. Lovely. I'm actually going more along the lines of 9 knots. And then if I fast forward, it even jumps up to 10 occasionally. Oh well. So 3,300 divided by 9.5, let's say. 347 hours divided by 24. So we'll be underway for 2 weeks. It could probably go a bit faster then.
Große Fahrt
Oh,
voraus.
not that fast. 12 knots. 2,900 miles. Divided by 12. Divided by 24. 10 days. Yeah, okay, that's better. Let's do that.
Wir wurden von einem nahegelegenen U-Boot über ein mögliches Ziel in diesem Gebiet informiert.
Several widely separated smoke clouds in Charlie Golf 141. So here. That's not that far away. Northern course, sending bearing signals.
Ja,
And he stopped sending bearing signals.
Funkraum besetzen.
Oh no, he's yes, because he was in the
wie lauten Ihre
observation
Befehle,
room and no
Herr
longer in the radio room.
Herr Kapitän?
Kurs setzen.
Yeah, let's try it. I mean, we can always resupply on the way there. We chug out some torpedoes, that's fine.
Eines unserer U-Boote hat soeben ein mögliches Ziel innerhalb unserer Reichweite gemeldet.
Funkraum besetzen. Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Moving away now, okay. Why? Now we should be in the area. Let's have a little dive and see if we can't hear them.
Tauchen auf. 100 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Natürlich, Herr Kapitän.
25 Meter.
Should be pretty much dead ahead. Now, hello there.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Herr Kapitän?
55 Meter.
17 to 36 contacts.
75 Meter. 100 Meter.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
10 to 16 miles, we should already be able to see them. Right. Blow the ballast, let's get up there.
Einblasen.
Aktuelle Tiefe 80 Meter. 60 Meter. Aktuelle Tiefe 40 Meter. 15 Meter.
Elektrokompressor einschalten. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Yeah, there they are.
Auf Rotlicht wechseln.
That's a lot. Oh boy. takes a while to get to them. Okay, compressed air is full. Nice. Oh.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloin?
Gotta take down the flag, lest it gets wet, which it already did. Whoops.
Herr Kapitän?
Oh. They're shooting red flares. I guess our submarine, our friend, has already started attacking them.
Große Fahrt voraus.
Let's see this. More flares being fired there. And I think I can see... yeah. Calm down, everybody. Secondly, I think I can see a searchlight there, so that's definitely a destroyer.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Verstanden. Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloin. Diese besetzen. Funkraum besetzen. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Alles klar. Ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Oh yeah, we have a new officer. Because Trömel, unfortunately, was hospitalized due to tuberculosis, so we lost an officer with good personal skills, and we had to replace him with Alfred Engler, who speaks French. And that's everything that he can do as for now. So yeah, he's gonna lead the first attack just to get some XP. That's a destroyer.
Zerstörer! 15 Grad!
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet. 2 gewartet.
No, he's going on the rest of the torpedo tubes as well. Very good. And I think we might want to dive soon.
Korvette! 340 Grad!
Because while they are still busy looking for someone else, that doesn't mean they don't also have lookouts looking the exact other way. Trying to figure out if they are indeed a wolf pack that they are attacked by.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Yeah, let's get down here.
Herr Kaloin?
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
Herr Kaloi, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
Kleine Fahrt, voraus.
And obviously we don't want to alert them. Their passive sonar.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Verstanden, Kommandant!
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant. Zerstörer, 5 Grad.
Torpedorohr 5 gewartet.
There's a
Korvette,
C3.
330 Grad.
Definitely want that. So, with the C3,
Zerstörer, 5 Grad.
we know it has a mast height of 35? Oh, I think I just looked at 25 all day yesterday. That's why the range estimates were off. 35.8, so 36 really. Ah, okay. No, I looked at 36 and 37. Okay, never mind. And the Liberty ships? The Liberty ships have 26, so I was wrong on them. I thought they had 36. Okay. Good thing we hit them anyway. 35.8, so 36 is the mast height for the C3. Let's use that chart here. Also gonna need a trusty calculator. And we know that the C3 has a length of 143.6. 143 point, yeah, okay, 0.7. I will take that and divide that by the time it takes for it to pass our periscope line. And then we get its speed in meters per second. And then we multiply that by 1.902, and that is the factor to turn it into knots.
Korvette, 320 Grad.
At this point I want to make a 90-degree turn to port.
Jawohl, Herr
90
Kaloin.
Grad. Backbord.
And wait for them to sail themselves into my line of fire. There's another C3.
Zerstörer, 75 Grad.
And make a full stop. And then probably retract the scope just a little bit. Because there's destroyers nearby. So at the moment, on the zoom in, so we use the right side of the column, we see him at 40 milliradian, I'd say. Yeah. 40 milliradian, so we look into our chart on the left of the screen. On the right hand side for the ×6 magnification, and we look at the fourth value, and that says the vessel is at 33.0. Now that chart is in hundreds of meters, so that's in kilometers, so the 33.0 is 3.3 kilometers, so 3,300 meters. So as of right now, the distance of the vessel is 3.3, very far away. Also, this gives me a good opportunity to once again say that the Germans in World War II had a very, very odd way of using their units. So they did measure speed in knots, they did do that, but then distance for firing here, they did not use fathoms, cables and miles, they used meters for some reason. I ran into a similar issue in Wolfpack, where for some reason the underwater speedometer measures in meters per second or something like this. Like you constantly have to change units from knots and then from miles and all that into metric, and there's absolutely no reason to do that. Like the nautical mile is a very, very useful measurement for sailing. Using meters all of a sudden does not make any sense. Like for water depth, maybe, sure. But yeah, even on this device here, this is in Naval Imperial and this is in metric. Two dials right next to each other. Why?
Uboat, 90 Grad.
90-degree submarine. Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably the one they spotted.
Ja.
Herr Kapitän?
Ah, it was the first one I clicked on. Where did it go now? There it is. These would be closing fast now. Should already be at 50. Yeah. So now it's already at 2.64. There we go. Now we're gonna use a salvo shot on this. Salvo out of tubes 1 and 4, correct. I'm gonna set their depth. First of all, we're all gonna use magnetic pistols, always and every single time. They are maintained. Brilliant. Bow gyro angle receiver for sure. Attack periscope is the active bearing transmitter. Absolutely. 1 and 4. 1 and 4 will be flooded.
Rohr 1 bewässert. Rohr 4 bewässert.
Level spread is 2.6 degrees because of the incredibly high range that we have here. And now all that we need is a speed value and an angle on bow. And for that we wait for him to come closer to our bow, because 70 degrees he's practically to our starboard side. And I want him in front of me, so I'll have to wait for him or her sail into my line of fire.
Herr Kaloi, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
Now that is very bad news. Someone has pinged us. Question is, will they ping us again, or was that just a one-off? Probably that one. Only one ping. That does not necessarily mean that they know where we are. We should still try to make our way away from here. Just ever so slowly. Also close the distance to our target. Drain the tubes once more. Make our Richard maintain them once again, just to be safe.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Zerstörer, 55 Grad.
Oh yeah, there's one. Now,
Torpedorohr 1 gewartet.
yes, and tube 4, please.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
The bearings are not really drifting, so that means we're basically on a collision course. Which is good if we want to close in the distance. At some point we'll have to stop and let him come, or let her come in front of us.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Let's do that now. So, do another range estimate. I see her on the zoom in at 110 milliradian.
Torpedorohr 4
So we have to look in the third column now. First value in the third column on the right side is 12. So that means, again, in hundreds of meters, 1,200 meters. That's a good attack range already. Target length. Oh, we can manipulate the servo spread by that, right? Yeah, okay. So if I want a smaller servo spread, I'll just tell them that the target is smaller. because I don't know if you've seen this before, but the salvo angle does not really work. So if I switch to manual salvo angle, at which rate I can change the salvo angle, which I always like to make it a bit narrower than the TDC recommends. But if I do this, it also switches off the gyro angle receiver for some reason. And I don't know why. Makes no sense. Because there's a setting for it in and of itself. So here it says Streuwinkel von Hand, Schusswinkel automatisch. So this should already be manual angle, but if I reduce it, it goes back up. Hey, this dial here represents the salvo spread angle. I can change it and it automatically changes it back. And I have no idea why. Streuwinkel von Hand, Schusswinkel automatisch. So that means gyro, salvo spread manual, gyro angle automatic. And then if you switch to this, it just says Streuwinkel von Hand, so that means gyro angle, salvo angle manual. No idea what that means about the. I don't actually know on the original thing what the difference between the first one and the second one is, because on the bottom one it says Schusswinkel von Hand, so that's gyro angle receiver manual, gyro angle manual. And that's the only setting where the gyro should be off. But it's also off on the second one here. Which is not a problem, I can manually make those lines overlap, but it's a bit more work. So I'm just gonna manipulate the salvo angle by making the target shorter than it actually is. Now the target is 143 meters, so at the current distance and angle on bow, it would give us a salvo spread angle of 6.7, and if I put it down to 100 meters, it's 4.7, so 2 degrees less. That's good enough for me. And there's our target, 30 degrees in front of us. So we're gonna need our stopwatch. And click. Perfect 90-degree angle, by the way. And stop. That's 39 seconds, so what the value that we have divided by 39 equals 3.6 meters per second times 1.902 equals 7.07 knots, so that means 7 knots. Speed set. Torpedo speed 44. Let's have another range estimate. On the zoom out now, because we're that close. We're at 50 milliradian. So we take a look at our chart. On the left-hand column, the last value, 6.6. So he's at 660 meters. Very close. And the angle on bow is a cozy red 90. Was it earlier? That's almost red 100 now. So torpedo tubes 1 and 4, the tubes are not flooded. Now they are. Torpedo depth is set to 7.5 meters, which is just underneath their draft. Tube 1 and 4, launch.
Los! 40 Sekunden, Torpedo einschlag. Jawohl. 30 Sekunden. 20 Sekunden.
Looks like that one might miss, but the second one should hit.
10
And maybe it hits the propeller.
Torpedoversager.
That was a dud. That one wasn't.
Schwere Schäden.
Yeah, it had a bad hit. Probably at the back end of the ship there, the magnetic the magnetic field of the ship wasn't strong enough for the torpedo to even realize that was something there, and it just boinked against the rudder and nothing happened. It's probably what I would expect. So now are you reloading? What are you putting in there? AT1, very good.
Herr Kaloyen, eingehendes Funktelegramm.
There's our second target. Now we already know how fast they're going.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
That's very handy.
Eingehendes Funktelegramm.
And it's an
Herr
American
Kaloyen,
C3,
eingehendes
which is
Funktelegramm.
fine because they are now officially at war with us, so that works. We can finally hunt them indiscriminately.
Herr Kaloyen, eingehendes Funktelegramm.
But it looks like she might survive this. No, let's have a range estimate. We're on the zoom in again, and the mast height of this vessel is pretty much 100 milliradian. So at the moment... So right side of the column,
Rohr 1 geladen.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second block, the lowest one, 13.2. Which again is in 100 meters. So it's 1,320 meters.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung
Kapitän?
80 Grad.
Herr Kaloy, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
Did we? Or was that just a singular ping again? Oh, there's another one right behind us. Jesus Christ, the entire convoy consists of C3s. This is a very, very good convoy. There's another one. There's one. Man. Man, oh man. We'll have to turn around and get the others as well. That's Liberty ships, I think. There's another one. Okay, I don't have to move. I'm just gonna wait for this one to run into my line of fire. Not get greedy, you can't get them all anyway. So, zoom in is hard now. What is that? 110, 20, 130. So that's 10.2. And angle on bow is... Oh, another ping. Green 70. Red 70, sorry. Oh, hello. That's probably the one pinging. Maybe I'll have to dive after this one. Yep, run the last torpedo in.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Thank you.
Rohr 4 geladen.
Now we'll need them on magnetic pistols again. At 7.5. Works fine for me.
Rohr 4 bewässert.
Both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
That is red 80 now. Do one final range check. Doesn't fit. Oh, maybe it does fit. No, it doesn't. So on the zoom out, so you have to use the left side of the column, it's 50 milliradian, so 660.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
There we go. Target length 100 for the smallest angle. Red 110, speed set, cube 1 and 4, launch.
Los!
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
He's steaming by me. Looks like it.
30 Sekunden. 20 Sekunden.
I don't think he knows where we are.
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
And I think now he
10
does.
Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon. Wasserbomben. Sehr
Oh, they know
nahe.
they're dropping depth charges.
Minimalschäden. Feuer an Deck. Schwere Schäden.
And I think our torpedoes hit. Sure did. Now I really want to get that one as well.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
Both
Kleine
engines
Fahrt zurück.
slow astern. Stick close by him here. He's reloading one, and then he will reload four, and then he will need to maintain the others. He's got his work cut out for him.
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon.
Both engines
Alle
stop.
Maschinen, stopp!
I think I can get him from here, probably. No, no.
Kleine Fahrt
Actually, no.
zurück.
Retract a little more. We were already incredibly close to that other one. And this one's likely following his trail.
Torpedorohr 2 gewartet.
No, YouTube doesn't wanna. That's fine.
Ja? Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Cube 3 maintained, very good.
Herr Kaloy, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Right, there we go. Both engines
Kleine
head slow.
Fahrt voraus.
We know he's going 7 knots, and we can determine that's 40 milliradian on the zoom out. That's 830. Speed is the same. Angle on bow is red 100, I would say. I don't think I have enough tubes ready. No, I don't. What do we have? We have tube 2 is ready. Okay, so in that case, tube 2 salvo off. Flood tube 2. Tube 2 is a magnetic and at 7.5 meters. Perfect.
Rohr 2 bewacht.
Tube 2 launched.
Los.
Hopefully that's enough.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
There's a destroyer.
30 Sekunden. 20 Sekunden. Feuer an Deck.
Oh, right in front of the wheelhouse. Very nice.
Schwere Schäden.
Good hit. Now let's try the stern tube. And for that I'm gonna have to change the torpedo speed to 30 knots, and then I have to update the speed to 7 knots again. There we go. Parallax correction backwards. That thing just broke in half. Now that's green 110. Switch that around. Distance to this one. On the zoom in, we're at 110. Right side of the column. Third block 12.0. 12.0. Tube 5. Launch. Yeah, she just broke in half. There's a destroyer. That's a Liberty ship. Some more Liberty ships around.
Perfekt.
Another one down.
weniger.
Nice. Probably that one.
Herr Kaloin.
Now how's the torp doing? It's gonna miss. By a lot. Where did that go? That just... they just stop? And that's why it missed? Or what happened here? I don't know. I will never know.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
20 Sekunden. Zehn Sekunden bis Einschlag.
That was a miss. It happens. I could hit him.
Rohr 3 bewässert.
Let's just try it.
40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag.
Los!
Herr Kaloin. 30.
Wow.
20 Sekunden.
That was total guesswork. Brilliant. Oh, I didn't even put in an angle on bow. Okay, that was more lucky than anything then.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna survive that. Okay, now Tube 2 is the new electric torpedo hatch.
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Bleibt wachsam, aber keine Panik. Wir machen das schon.
Ah, choosing target over there. I think that's the one that I shot the star tube at. Didn't work. That one needs another hit, I think. But the crew has abandoned. So we should be able to find that again. That one is completely ablaze.
Herr Kaloin, eingehendes Funktelegramm.
That one doesn't know where we are. I guess I'm gonna go for the Liberty over there. No, Liberty ships.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
That is 27 meters of mast height.
Rohr 2 geladen.
So that's what we need from now on. We can assume that they're also going 7 knots.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
And range-wise, on the zoom in, we see him at 50 milliradian. So that means 19.8, so 2 kilometers out. It's possible to hit on that on such distances, but it's you know, the closer you are, the better the chances, obviously. Angle on bow is a red 70. And the draft 7.2. So we're fine with the 7.5 setting, I think. Oh, how's that destroyer doing? Not well. Yeah, they've abandoned. You can see the boats there. Nice.
Rohr 3 geladen.
Sie gehen unter!
Ja, wir haben ihn.
Another one down. Yeah, I mean, it was obvious that she was gonna sink at some point. And she is gone. That one's also abandoned, but still needs one more shot, probably. Yeah. Now, do another range estimate on him. Zoom in. What's that, 60? 70? Probably 70. So that's 14.1. We're getting there. Tube 1 is selected. Tube 1 is a... Gonna set that on 44. Yep. Blood tube 1. And set it to 7.5 again. And as magnetic pistols, obviously. And I'm still not gonna shoot, I'm gonna get closer than this. Because torpedoes are expensive and I don't want to miss. Especially when there's no need to. He's not going anywhere. He's in front of us. He's heading further towards my headline. No reason to shoot early.
Rohr 5 geladen.
I suppose we could time compress a little bit. Although I don't like to do this in the middle of an attack because there's always the chance that there's a destroyer that I haven't spotted and that then suddenly rushes in. I mean, there's a corvette right there. And there's another corvette right there. Maybe I really shouldn't time compress. And the destroyer is still fighting for survival over there. Just won't go down. Degrees. When it's around 15, I'll probably launch. In the meantime, always more. I mean, I could do a speed check. Why not? Maybe reset the watch first. Check.
Alle Maschinen, stopp!
Stop down for that. And the Liberty ship is 135.3 meters long. Because I have a feeling this one's going a lot slower. He's almost standstill. Very slow. That's 1 minute. And click. 1 minute and 8 seconds. Or 9. Let's say 8. So that's 68. 1.9 times 1.902. Turning it into knots. 3.8. So we would have definitely missed. 3.8. Distance check. We're still on the zoom in at 110 milliradian. So we look at our scale again at 110. So that's the third column, the first
Sie
value.
gehen unter!
900 meters. 900 meters. Angle on bow is a beautiful red 90. Speed, distance, angle on bow. One is selected. Tube 1 launch.
Los!
...40 Sekunden bis Torpedo-Einschlag. Herr Kapitän. 30 Sekunden.
Yeah, that's a definite hit.
20 Sekunden. Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Ooh. Perfect hit location as well, right in front of the wheelhouse. They just don't find me, apparently. No idea why. I'm right here, people. I don't want to be greedy, but I really don't see a reason to dive away yet, because they are not... They just don't find me. Nearly shot all my torpedoes. We haven't even reached the operations area yet. I haven't even really yet left the Bay of Biscay yet. Okay, yes, we have, but not by much. Yeah, I mean, might as well stay here and just shoot out some more torpedoes. Oh, hello. That could have backfired really badly now. I did not see him coming, Jesus. But then he also didn't spot me because he's just not dropping any charges. I don't think he knows we're here. I think he just went here by accident. I think they have a vague idea of where I might be, but they haven't actually spotted me yet. Or they've dropped all of their depth charges on another submarine. That is also a possibility. And I remember in Silent Hunter 3, they would just shoot at your periscope with their small caliber AA guns. I wish they would do this in this game, because that would make things a lot harder. Because when they lose all of their depth charges, there's really nothing much they can do. And they just circle you forever and don't do anything. You know, they just keep firing flares into the air, but nothing much more.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Which one? That one? Yep, that one. I can see a little boat down there.
Sie gehen unter!
Gute Arbeit, Männer. Einer weniger.
Yeah, let's just stay around a while and sink them once they come into view. Sink another one. let's give this another try. Nope. I don't know why YouTube chat doesn't want to work. Doesn't matter though, you don't have to feel excluded. I can still... Should you guys write anything into chat, I can still see it. Now where's that destroyer? All the way over there. Yeah, they didn't know where I was. That's weird. I always thought that when the campaign goes on for quite a while they get better at hunting submarines. But I was right in the middle of the convoy and they never really spotted me. Well, I mean, this one destroyer did, and then I shot them with a torpedo. And then all the others didn't catch on to the fact that I might be right there. It's weird.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Let's stop right here.
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung.
Right, let's give him a little
75 Grad.
speed check. We know that the Liberty ships are 135 meters long.
Herr Kaloin, feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
Keine
Okay,
Panik.
maybe now is the
Konzentriert euch
time.
auf eure Aufgaben.
Kommandant, wir wurden von
135.3.
Estik geortet.
Okay, multiple pings. Someone's got a lock on me. Who is it though? Is it you?
Schraubengeräusch. Kriegsschiff. Peilung 30 Grad.
Okay, let's just do one more from the hip. At 50 milliradian on the zoom out, so that's 500 meters. Actually, I'm gonna do a salvo just to be sure.
Kommandant, wir wurden von Estik geortet.
1 and 4. Both flooded, both 44 knots. Torpedo depth 7.5 is correct.
Verbessert.
Angle on bow, red 110. Distance 500, speed slow. Yes, looks good. Tube 1 and 4. Launch!
40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag. 30 Sekunden. 20 Sekunden. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. 10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Oh, that looks good.
Torpedoversand.
Dot. But the other one wasn't.
Schäden.
And both engines ahead, dead slow.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Oh, and we had a change of watch, I think. Yes, 7 minutes ago.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
Ja? Alles klar. Ich werde mich darum kümmern. Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen. Jawohl. Ich kümmere mich darum.
Well, I mean, that was a good start in today's stream, wasn't it? Immediately ran across a massive convoy. There is our pinger. Both engines ahead flank and we'll turn
Herr
towards
Kaloin,
him.
feindliche Schiffe machen sich gefechtsbereit.
90 degrees and we're gonna go down to 220 meters.
9 Grad. Steuerbord. Tauchen auf 220 Meter.
Aktuelle Tiefe.
And also, I'm gonna drop a noisemaker right here.
Ich brauche Hilfe!
45 Meter.
Der ist nicht einsatzbereit.
Done torpedo, okay, so the hit's on the back.
Ich brauche Hilfe!
Very close by. And now they're missing, okay.
60 Meter.
Bow torpedo tubes and stern torpedo tubes have been damaged, but that's the extent of it, okay. And then something up top, what is that? Oh, the KDB, that's a problem. So from now on we'll be
50 Meter.
deaf. That's basically our hydrophone. Our passive sonar is damaged, so that's not good, and it can only be repaired from outside.
95 Meter.
Kleine Fahrt voraus.
Charges have stopped dropping, so we'll slow down. And then you can get on repairing.
Verstanden, Kommandant.
105 Meter.
What's the chart depth over here? Probably very deep. 5,000 meters, yeah. Let's set a course for the quadrant with a milk cow.
Sie ist als
And we don't need
erledigt,
to
Herr Kaloin.
turn anymore.
Aktuelle Tiefe 115 Meter.
So that's good. Okay, I don't think we'll need the calculator anymore and the chart, the height table. There we go. There we go. Tube 1 is maintained. Very good.
Hecktorpedo reparieren.
You get on battle damage control. And you'll get on repairing the bow tubes. Watch out, there's a chief coming.
130 Meter.
He's quick. Okay, they took minor damage as well, not even fully.
Aktuelle Tiefe 135 Meter.
Not even a cubic meter in the boat, that's fine. Cubic meter of water. How about our galley? That needs to be restocked.
145 Meter.
Fresh bread, eat that before it gets stale.
Rohre wieder einsatzbereit.
And also the vegetables and the fruits. There we go.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
150 Meter.
Now we're down to 150. We'll be fine, I'm sure.
Meter.
165 Meter. ...170 Meter.
Meter. ...180 Meter. Meter.
Oh no, it starts to sound a little bit more dangerous down here.
Meter. Meter.
200 meters. Now, at this depth, if we get any sort of damage where water comes into the boat, we have a massive problem because the pump is not able to pump any of it out. Pump's performance is decreased by 100%. So anything that gets in the boat down here stays in the boat. Now the external water pressure is so immense that there is a lot of water coming in rapidly. So it might already be enough water to affect our buoyancy to the point where we can't get up anymore. So I can't even go up to a depth at which the pump would function. And so then we go deeper and deeper, and the deeper we go, the more pressure there's on the hull, and at some point it will just collapse. So being down here is definitely dangerous, but it also hides me from the enemy, because there's the thermal layer, or one of the thermal layers in the ocean, that is definitely above me, that will cause the enemy's sonar pings to just deflect and not find me.
215 Meter.
I love how he's on the periscope at 200 meters. Like, yeah, that's gonna work. Oh, the that's brilliant. The illumination that the enemies are shooting into the air is for some reason still lighting up my boat all the way down here. Not sure that that's accurate. don't worry. That's just the attic. That's one of the things that got really lost in translation in the movie Das Boot. Which is, you know, great that they translated the movie at all. But even if you watch it with the subtitles, there's a certain charm or certain details that just get lost. For example, when there's creaking and all the men look around and seem very, very concerned with it. The dude just looks at them and says, "Don't worry about it. It's just the attic," meaning like how when children would be scared during a storm and the grandpa would ease them up by saying, you know, it's just the wind howling at the attic. It's nothing to be afraid of. So it's really, really paternal the way he says it. And in the English dub and in the subtitles, he says it's just creaking. Like, yeah, yes, it is, but that's not the point of what he says, you know? And there's multiple things like this, so this is one of the movies that you really can only enjoy in its native language. And if you don't speak German, then I'm sorry, but I suppose you'll never get the true feeling of it. Yeah, and also you can see at this depth, the imperfections in the hull really start to show. We were at 0.9, now we're already at 1.1 cubic meters of water. Because in every little of these tubes, there might be a bit of a leak, and the more pressure's on the hull, then the more pronounced those leaks, the more of the water gets pushed through that. So the bilge will fill up rather quickly down here. We can't stay here long. Hopefully we won't have to. But then again, we won't know when we're in the clear, because the hydrophone is damaged, so... I would suggest maybe half an hour. Let's try until 6:50.
Aktuelle Tiefe. 20 Meter.
Oh no, we'll definitely stay on alarm. We're submerged beyond crush depth. Of course we're gonna stay on battle stations. Okay, you go on command, and Scholz get on the map.
Navigation besetzen.
Oh, I can't read that. No, I have no idea.
Aktuelle Tiefe. 215 Meter.
Yeah, that should do it for now. Let's have a look up and see if they
Tauchen auf. 30
still spot
Meter.
us if we go back to periscope.
Meter.
200 Meter.
Oh, the Mattox is down as well. Hmm. We'll have to do some repairing once we're back up.
185 Meter.
Ah, isn't it soothing with the clock in the background?
165 Meter. ...150 Meter.
Meter. 110 Meter.
I can't hear any propellers anymore.
90 Meter.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe gebrauchen.
Verstanden, Kommandant.
Seven in the morning.
70
I
Meter.
think it's still gonna be dark up because it's January.
Meter. 30 Meter.
Auf Seerohrtiefe.
Aktuelle Tiefe 20 Meter.
Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Thank you. Yeah, they really...
180 Grad.
They did not pursue us for a long time.
255 Grad.
15 Meter. Herr Kaloin, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Zerstörer. 270 Grad.
270, okay, so that's... They're also not going after us. Heading back for its convoy, I think.
Korvette. 245 Grad.
Yep, convoy's over there. Can probably increase speed at this point,
Schneller, schneller.
just to get away from them a little bit quicker.
Korvette. 200 Grad.
They were not very convinced that they should hunt me. Well, and as the sun is rising, we shall cancel battle stations
Alarm beenden.
and resume ordinary duties aboard, as well as return to normal lighting.
Beleuchtung einschalten.
So then you will have the 2 men. You don't get support, you don't get support,
Zeit für eine Auszeit.
and you get 1, and you get a break. There we go. That should mean that no one is unhappy because they have to work too much, correct? Yes. Neglected food prep? Yes, we were on battle stations. That is what happens then. Okay, raise the boat.
Aktuelle Tiefe 10 Meter.
Ja,
Turn on the bilge pump.
Pumpe einschalten. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Right.
Kaloin, wir sind
Now,
aufgetaucht.
Chief Engineer has his work cut out for him, because everything on the outside is damaged.
Ich könnte etwas Hilfe
So
gebrauchen.
you'll repair the KDB first. And your goons can repair the tower and the anti-air. Actually, repair the Metox first. And then your companions can repair the anti-air. Because while we are surfaced, the Metox is a bit more important, I think. Yeah, Strauss and Keller get to work on the anti-air guns. What a beautiful little game, is it not?
Kaloin.
Oh, yes. Electric compressor.
Elektrokompressor einschalten.
Schäden am Turm repariert.
Right, now repair the KDB and one of your men can take care of the Breda. The other one can be relieved of duty for now. And that should take care of all the damages. Lamkühler used a lot of his spare parts. We still have some in reserve. And he can make more as well. So he'll do that. Oh, and the new guy needs his breathing apparatus. There we go. We all have one now.
Herr Kapitän, ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Yes.
Herr Kapitän?
Herr Kaloy?
You need more med kits.
Wie lauten Ihre Befehle, Herr Kaloy?
Herr Kaloy?
I really need to resupply. Jesus, look at that. He needs 3 more, so we need 8 more med kits. He could have med kits.
Jawohl. Ja.
Yeah, 13 med kits.
Befehle.
Well, lucky enough, the milk cow will provide.
Setzen.
Another beautiful sunset on the North Atlantic. On the 19th of January. Right, we should be in the area, so we are gonna ask for a resupply. And send a report. Should have done that yesterday.
Funktelegramm gesendet. Funkspruch erhalten.
Nice. There is our milk cow.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
And we have an officer who has something to say. Officer Alfred Engler reports problem in the galley. Upon opening the stores, he found a layer of mold growing across the vegetables. It appears the batch had been affected by the damp conditions, while the affected portions can likely be cut away, leaving the remainder edible. This development will undoubtedly be a serious blow to morale. The men will be unhappy if we order them to consume this food. We can probably throw it all away. Plus discipline will fall by 25%. Honestly, who cares? Because it's going up. So just set us back 7 hours. Ungrateful. Lower enlisted men, they should be happy they get food in the first place.
Mastspitze, kleine Grad.
Kurs setzen.
I'm kidding, of course. In case anyone takes this the wrong way. Obviously, it's not a good situation to be in. But we will get new supplies anyway.
Direkt voraus.
There it is. Oh no, I not spot that correctly, did I? There it is.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten
Now I can
setzen.
see.
Ja,
Kurs setzen.
was a bit of an odd design decision that they decided to make the navigation lights light up. I mean, it looks nice, but I don't think they did during World War II. And both engines ahead, dead slow.
Kleine Fahrt, voraus.
And both engines stop.
Alle Maschinen, stopp.
And here we are. Right, let's send our commanding officer over. Take some dudes, continue. And we want to see your cargo, please. Red, yes. That's it. Fuel, and most importantly, torpedoes and medkits. He only has those T2s for me. I guess you don't look a gift cow in the mouth. No, that was better. What's the load state, actually? Okay, load state is perfect. So we would just need 4 more T1s if they could muster that.
Herr Kaloy, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Yep. Excellent. Fueled up, we've got ammunition, we've got food, everything's fine. The medkits on the other hand. Mr. Engler.
Herr Kapitän?
We're gonna need you to pick up some medkits.
Jawohl.
Engler has medkits, Scholz has medkits, the CO has the decoys.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
Menzel needs 3 more medkits, and then we need some medkits in reserve, of course. So, more medkits. And we don't get decoys here, right? No. That's a shame. Would have loved some sonar decoys. Now, Menzel, get your medkits.
Bestätige.
And then we need more medkits. Food is looking good. I could replace the cheese with dried fish. Or the vegetables with dried fish, but I don't really want to, if I'm being honest. Nah, we're gonna keep it like it is. We're off duty for 11 minutes. And that's it. Okay. Commanding officer, you can come back home. Both engines ahead,
Kleine
dead
Fahrt,
slow,
voraus.
and hard starboard.
Hart Steuerbord.
And make our course probably something like 280. 285. That's 2290.
Kurs 290.
290 is probably pretty good. Maybe too much. 280 would have been better. And both engines half speed
Halbe
ahead.
Fahrt voraus.
Herr Kapitän.
Recover the flag. And away we go.
Kurs setzen.
Why are the interiors neglected? You guys do clean, right? It's lowest prio. Okay. Power switch, bulkheads, that should all be... least equal. Cooking is important, cleaning is important. The valves are always maintained, the radio not less important. So engines... we probably don't need people on observation if I'm being honest. Because we've always got an officer up there who does it. So engines, helmsman. Or alternatively, the dive planes, but we still need a helmsman even when we're diving. Then the valves, yes. Then the radio. Then turning on off and on stuff. And the bulkheads. And crew. Yeah, that's on the same level. That should work. Let's see how that forms. Done. Okay.
Patrouillengebiet erreicht.
And there we are.
Funkraum besetzen.
And I'm just gonna go straight for Halifax.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen. Funktelegramm gesendet. Ich bin sehr müde.
Is that real? I mean, it probably is, but still want to know. Yes, it is. Sable Island. Now, I'm not gonna be surprised if I find out that during World War II they had a radio station or anti-air batteries on there. History. It is famed as the graveyard of the Atlantic because since 1583 over 350 castaways Oh, no. 350 shipwrecks caused 10,000 sailors to lose their life. Reason being that the island is very far from the coast, but close to shipping routes. And a third of the year, this island is clouded in fog. No. The only thing they did there is they put a station on there warning that the island exists. No defensive purpose of that.
Jawohl, weiter geht's. Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
Now let's have a little dive here.
Tauchen auf 50 Meter. Auf E-Motoren wechseln. Meter.
Now, same as before. You two guys are relieved and then you immediately help somewhere else.
Wird erledigt, Herr Kaloin.
Schraubengeräusche.
Aha.
Großer Konvoi. Peilung 5 Grad.
Moving away. Okay. So it's going into Halifax.
40 Meter. Schraubengeräusch.
It's a problem.
Handelsschiff. Peilung 0 Grad. Herr Kaloy? Schraubengeräusche. Mittlerer Konvoi. Peilung 0 Grad. 50 Meter.
Now it's closing in.
Kurs setzen.
10 to 16 miles. Okay, we should be able to see them already.
Vorfluten. Auf Seerohrtiefe.
35 Meter.
15 Meter. Wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Schraubengeräusche. Mittlerer Konvoi. Peilung
318. Okay,
320.
let's see. Yep, there they are. Okay, blow ballast.
Anblasen.
Both engines ahead full.
5 Meter.
Herr Kapitän?
Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln.
Herr Kaloy, wir sind aufgetaucht.
Zeit für eine Auszeit. Elektrokompressor einschalten.
There we go. Just as night falls. Pretty damn perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4. Nice.
Ja.
Whoops, didn't mean to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll turn 30 degrees to starboard.
Kurs 3-0.
As we close in, get the lead on them. Bearings drifting left, that's what we like to see. And we can see their superstructure already. Okay, 30 degrees to port.
Kurs 0.
Well, that would be a tick on the list. He said course 0. I don't know how it is in other parts of the world, but we say 360. And probably we want to dive now.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Auf Seerohrtiefe.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Herr Kaloi, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe. Boot für Rundblick eingesteuert.
Auf Motoren wechseln.
Schraubengeräusche. Mittlerer Konvoi. Peilung 295 Grad.
Alarm! Konvoi in Sicht! Peilung! 300 Grad!
Wir wissen, was zu tun ist.
No, actually, surface again.
Anblasen.
It was a mistake.
5 Meter. Kurs 3-9. Auf Dieselmotoren wechseln. Elektrokompressor einschalten.
To get a lot further ahead.
Kurs 3-0. Kurs 2-1. Alarm beenden.
Now let's have a look. There's land. That looks better.
Kleine Fahrt voraus. Tauchen auf 200 Meter. Auf Seerohrtiefe. Auf E-Motoren wechseln.
Alarm! Konvoi in Sicht! Heilung! 275.
No need for this. Calm down.
Und konzentriert, Männer. Wir schaffen das.
Herr Kaloi, wir sind auf Seerohrtiefe.
No.
Boot für
We are
Rundblick
stationary.
eingesteuert.
So we can look at how the bearings shift. So we can see them almost in column. So that means they are pretty much heading for us. That's perfect. Yeah, gonna do a little
Fahrt zurück.
reverse ski here. There we go.
Alle Maschinen, stopp.
Now it would be nice if we get some tankers in here. But we might not be so lucky with this convoy. Yeah, these seem all... They all seem to be like Empire class in some form or another. No C3s, no Liberties, no tankers. They could even be those little things. I think they are those little things. Mast height 20.7, so that'll be 21. And they have a length of 78.65. Yeah, tiny little coastal convoy, not really good pickings. But they're moving quickly though. And click. Draft 3.5, okay. Click. 17 meters, so divided by 17 times 1.902 equals 8.8. They're going 9 knots. Time to go to battle stations.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation! Los geht's, Männer. Lasst uns einige Schiffe versenken.
Euch und bleibt wachsam, Männer. Wir wissen, was zu tun ist.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
Verstanden, Herr Kommandant.
Enemy speed is 9 knots. Blood tube 1.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
3.5. Angle on bow is green 90. Distance to target. On the zoom in, I spot him at 120 milliradian. That's 1,100 meters. It? And I'm not gonna shoot at this one. Wait for this one. On the zoom in, 50, 60, 70, 80. 960. Yeah, I looked at the wrong chart. $960, same speed of course. Angle on bow, green 80. Torpedo speed, distance is set, and draft is set. Tube 1. Launch!
Los! Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. 40 Sekunden bis Torpedoeinschlag.
Stand Seerohr besetzt.
30 Sekunden.
Won't be surprised if that misses. These pesky little things are hard to hit. Because they're so short, they're so nippy and so quick. Slight little
20 Sekunden.
errors in calculation always get them off, but this seems to hit. Now all that needs is that the pistol needs to.
Schwere Schäden.
Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung. Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum. Ich benötige hier etwas Unterstützung.
E-Motoren besetzen.
That was a hit.
Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle. Alles klar, ich werde mich darum kümmern.
Die Besatzung evakuiert das Schiff.
Oh, hello! There's our new target. Silvo shot out of 1 and 4. That is a tanker. Specifically, I think that's a T2. Torpedo depth 7 meters, probably. 28, 29 mast height. Okay. .29 mast height. The ship is going. Well, we have their speed, 9 knots. That seems to have worked. We're gonna just keep that. Although they've gotta start zigzagging now, of course.
Ja? Jawohl, ich kümmere mich darum.
I'll quickly load that, man. We need you. Torpedo target length 152. That's a long boy. That's for the salvo angle, although I'm probably going to decrease that just to get the torpedoes closer together. Mast height is 29. We established that, didn't we not? Yes, we did. And on the zoom in, I spot. Oh, he's close. He's very close. On the zoom out, 40 milliradian, 660. I might have wanna. Yeah.
Kleine Fahrt zurück.
Put a bit of distance between us. How's it going in the torpedo room? Well, halfway done. Nice.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
It's 50 milliradian on the zoom out, 530 meters. Let's have another speed check on him. $152.5.
Rohr 1 geladen.
Thank you. I think he slowed down drastically. Also, there must be an escort out in the area because I see the red plume, the red illumination. There might be something to worry about there. Exactly 50 seconds, so divided by 50 equals 3.05 meters per second times 1.902 equals 5.8 knots. Yeah, slowed down significantly. And I see him now at 60 milliradian. That means 440 meters. Very close. And an angle on bow of red 80, red 75. Let's do red 80. Flood tubes 1 and 4. Draft is 7.1. So we'll do 7.
Rohr 1 bewässert.
Magnetic
Rohr
pistol.
4 bewässert.
Both ready. Shorten down the range a little bit. And launch!
Los! 40 Sekunden bis
Not the
Torpedo-Einschlag.
range, the length.
30 Sekunden. 20 Sekunden.
Oh, hello.
10
That was quick.
Sekunden bis Einschlag.
I mean, yeah, it was close as hell. Second one missed. There it is. Oh well. I think one's probably enough for this.
Torpedorohr 3 gewartet.
Any more of those here?
Herr Kaloi, eingehendes Funktelegramm.
Now that thing has a displacement . 21,000 tons. I need to sink 10,000 tons. So one of these is twice my mission objective. So that's pretty cool. If it sinks, that is, but I think it will.
Herr Kaloi, eingehendes
Yeah,
Funktelegramm.
that's the destroyer. Which is not a destroyer, that's a corvette, but still. It is there. And on the lookout for me. And I don't think it's gonna be very deep here, is it? 100 meters maximum, yeah. Okay,
Kleine
in that case, let's try to get out of here.
Backbord. Kurs, diese Koordinaten setzen.
Bestätige. Torpedorohr 5 gewartet. Herr Kaloi? Verstanden! Betrachten Sie es als erledigt, Herr Kaloi. Ich erwarte Ihre Befehle.
More explosions.
Ein weiterer Tag, eine
she's
weitere
gone.
erfolgreiche Unternehmung. Macht weiter so, alle miteinander.
Sie gehen unter!
No idea why she lifted out of the water when she did that, but she snapped in half. Yeah, so that's the first operation for Operation Drumbeat. But obviously with that operation, you really want to stick around for a while and sink just some more targets because you need the tonnage. And for the first part, we just need 50,000 tons. That's not a lot. CA, CB, BA, BB, DA, DB. CA, CB, okay. CA and CB. BA and BB. Okay, so it's basically BA, DB. That one goes over there. Because the CB are still in there. And then EB down here. EA. Oh, I could hunt in the Gulf of America. That's awesome. EA. That's a large AO.
Rohr 1 geladen. Sie
Gut
gehen
gemacht.
unter.
Ja.
It's a bit odd that DC is not in it. Like, I mean, DC1 is off the coast. Like, why wouldn't it count? DC is in there. I just didn't read that. Okay, never mind. So it's even larger, this area. Look at that. That is the biggest AO we've ever had. That's odd that DM isn't in there because of Florida. But still, that's pretty large area. And that means that my milk cow is right on the border of the AO. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'm just gonna hunt down the coastline here. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm no longer restricted by my area of operations since I've technically fulfilled the mission objective. That's pretty cool. Yeah, these little transports, man, they don't really want to waste torpedoes on them, if I'm being perfectly honest. The tanker was good though. That was very, very good. And then there's a Corvette still looming. Now what did you put in tube for? Yes. Good.
Torpedorohr 4 gewartet.
Yeah, they stopped looking. Very good. So then, cancel the alarm.
Alarm beenden.
And we can surface immediately.
Anblasen.
there we go.
Kurs setzen.
I don't really know why we're hunting in front of Canada. Because
Kurs
Canada
setzen.
was already part of the war. We could have done that before that. No, we're here to hunt Americans. That's what the point of Drumbeat is. Actually, that's a good timing for a save, because I was gonna
Langsame Fahrt voraus.
finish off the stream right here, because we have been, well, it's already been 3 hours or something like that. Yes. And, yeah, I need to still sort some stuff out with my move. So, thank you guys for watching. Sorry that the YouTube chat didn't work. I feel like many of you just didn't bother typing anything because you thought I wasn't gonna see it. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll try to get that fixed. And then I will see you guys soon, either with some more U-boat or some sea power, maybe some sailwind. I'll have a look-see. Well, thank you guys, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.